Next stage, a man looking for trouble. What can you see beyond the darkness?
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Christmas!
Merch.
Available now.
Oh, I've forgotten.
Ow!
Oh my god. Oh, and it's a solid desk.
It's a good thing we got that on camera. I bet that sounded amazing on the microphone.
Oh.
You know what? Let's just roll with it. We've got some new merchandise available. We've got a shirt, haven't we?
Ashton, can you
We've
remember
got
what
a
we've got?
t-shirt and a pin.
We've got a t-shirt and a pin. There they are.
And a scarf.
A scarf. Scarf.
And a tin.
We said that one. Yeah. Tin.
No, I said pin.
Pin.
Tin. We've got a tin. A tin. There it is.
And a pin.
There it is.
And a pin.
And we've done sang a song.
We've
Yeah.
done sang a song. Would you like to hear something a tiny bit?
Laser eye stalk. That's enough.
Wow, that's, you know, you're going to have to buy it to hear the rest.
Available on CD. It's not just a song, it's a physical release.
It's a physical release. And we have a sports time jacket, track jacket. Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Anyway, here's a photo of everything. Wow, look at it pan across.
Wow.
Have one of those for your pudding after Christmas dinner.
Pan across.
A nice pan across then.
For God's sake. TripleJumpShop.com.
Bonk, am I right? Bonk. Oh, look at me. I'm Ashton. Hi, I'm Ashton Matthews. We love Ashton, don't we, on our head bonks?
It's your host with the most tiny Peter Austin. Hello TP. How are you? Hope you've had a great weekend. So excited for your stream. Genuinely the best part of my Mondays. Hope all is well.
I should
The
hope
Mr.
so.
Triple Jump 2021 video is out next Monday. I'll be sharing it on Twitter and tagging you all in the tweet. Very much excited for everyone to see it. Big love to you, my dude.
My dude. Here we go. Get my chat nice and big so I can see you all. That'll be nice, won't it? Nice big chat. There you all are. I see you. I see you all there. How's it going? I should point out that a couple of people did things while our various pre-roll material was cycling through. We had Jack Bradshaw, who subscribed for their 25th month, currently on a 24-month streak. Wowzers, thanks Jack. Howdy Peter, I hope you had a good weekend. Glad to be subbed to the best pro gamers for 25 months. Currently working on uni stuff, so mainly going to be lurking today. Also, hope you enjoyed the tat I sent you and looking forward to the tat video. Absolutely. Oh my god, how come we're on 84% of level 2 hype train? Has someone just given like mad something or others? Wow, that's wild. Let me catch up and see what's happened. How exciting. We've had Dynacat as well, who subscribed while we were running ads, saying nothing, but just having been here for 6 months, just casually, hey, 6 months I've been here. What have you done lately for Triple Jump, you know? Steven Skodes, thank you for the bits. I'm glad you enjoyed the streams on your Mondays. I'm looking forward to the video. It's all very exciting.
Hello TP, hope you're doing good. TTJ Nerd Peter Slide.
Apparently we're on level 2 the hype train just because. I don't know if Twitch has been very generous today. We've only had one. We had like you know, one sub, then another sub, then some 100 bits, and then like another sub, and we were somehow like halfway up level 2. Now we've finished level 2. We're on to level 3 now.
Yeah.
Don't know. Hype train's really filling up.
The new match is incredible. Bought a few things yesterday and will be buying more on Friday. Hope you enjoyed the tat I sent. You are the best.
Sorry, Potato Shack, not Chris Potato Shack, just Potato Shack 99.
Happy streaming TP.
With 17 months subscribed, 17 sub months, whoop whoop, the scoop a roop. Yes, I understand all of those words. Thank you, Potato Shack. Thanks for being with us all this time. Datazoid1701 via Twitch Prime has subscribed for 23 months. 23 months, getting close to a nice round number. That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Donna CO7 or Donak with 100 bits. Hello TP, hope you're doing good. Certainly am, Donna. Thank you very much for the bits there. Very generous. CJ is on fire 85. Subscribed via Prime for 22 months. Oh, it's the start of the month, isn't it? Maybe some people are going to be. They've got expendable income at the moment. We've all just been paid, haven't we? So hey, let's hype that train. Thank you, CJ is on fire, for subscribing for 22 months now via Prime. That's a really long time. Steven Skodes with 100 more bits. New merch is incredible. Yeah. Bought a few things yesterday and be buying more on Friday.
Hi TP. First catching your stream live, and the first time watching as a Twitch subscriber. Sorry, not sorry, to add to your pile of terrible video games through the tat appeal.
Well, yes.
Looking forward to seeing some orcs die for my amusement. TTJ Peter Wave.
Peter Wave, there he is. Yes, we've got new merch. Stephen has bought some. Other people have bought some too. I've seen you all tweeting about it and stuff. It's very exciting. We have a physical disc. We sang a song. I wrote it and produced. I wrote the theme tune, produced a theme tune, sang the theme tune with my 2 friends and colleagues. And it's available on that hard disc. And when I say hard disc, I don't mean it comes on like a hard drive. I mean it's on a physical CD. CD, never CD. And when you buy it, you also get an MP3 version. So although, you know, I don't know how long it'll take to get to you in the post via snail mail, but you will instantly, I believe instantly, if I'm right, citation needed, but as far as I remember, that's what we were planning on doing. You'll get pretty much instantly a MP3 version, so you'll be able to hear it. Don't know to what extent it will be posted on YouTube for everyone else to hear. It may be at the end of the tat video, potentially. But if you want a physical version, that's the way to do it. It's the way to support us and have just a bit of silly Triple Jump, very exclusive Triple Jump merch on your shelf. Because there will only be a limited number of those. I'm guessing there's only 100 of them available. So if you've got the floppy disk and you've got the USB stick, you get the CD, maybe we'll do a cassette one day, or a, you know, other storage device, you know, spy thriller microfilm perhaps. Who's to say? JB Thompson with 100 bits. Happy streaming TP. Thank you, JB Thompson. Happy just being JB Thompson. Back to you. Forgotten Media 141 with 100 bits. First time catching me my stream. Well, that's great to have you. Thank you for coming along. Level 3 of the hype train is half full, and we've still got a minute left, everyone. Dig deep. And thank you for terrible video games in the Tat Appeal. Can't wait for that video to go out for everyone to see all the incredible and terrible stuff we were given. It's all around me, all here, just out of frame. There's none up here. That's silly. That's like nearly the ceiling. But there's loads. There's loads of it. View Whip. We've got 50 seconds left and we're at 81%, everyone. We can do it. Hohenheim92 subscribed via Prime for 13 months. Merry Christmas, TP. Merry Christmas to you, Hohenheim. Toastburn subscribed via Prime for 26 months as well. Another big number there. Thank you, Toastburn. No message, but a subscription all the same. Thank you very much indeed. Then Stephen Skodes gifted a sub. 188th gift so far. It's gone to Auntie Sasquatch. Thank you, Stephen, for giving that. Oh, we've got 20 seconds left to get 3 more %. Come on, Hype Train, you can do it. We've got 15 seconds. We're at 97%. Just need a little bits or a little subs or something. It's so close. It's so close. 5 seconds. Will it get there? Oh,
Big hype train
oh
for Tiny
yeah!
Peter. Really happy to see you.
Hype,
Peter is
hype.
awesome.
Well done, everyone. Thank you so much. It really does help us out. MD Emu subscribed for 5 months. Thank you, M, for subscribing for 5 months. That's nearly half a year now. Chiricharu for 18 months, currently on a 14-month streak. 18 months, hope you're doing well, Tiny P. I certainly am. All the better for an 18-month sub from you. Thank you very much. 100 bits from Steven Skodes, who just brought us over that level, kept the hype train going. We've got another 5 minutes now to get us up to another level if we wish, if we're able. Thank you, Stephen, for that. Big hype train for Tiny Peter. Really happy to see you. Peter is awesome. Of course, there's never an expectation or a demand for anyone to contribute financially or otherwise to this channel. I want you all to behave sensibly. The hype train is an exciting little incentive, but good God, let's all just be, you know, let's not spend mad money on some emotes and flashy progress bars on our screens, shall we? Unless we're able. It all goes to a good cause, though. The good cause being TripleJump. It's not for charity. We are the charity. So here we are. Today we're going to play a little bit of Orcs Must Die, the first one. So
Yeah.
there are
A level 3 and some change hype train.
and some change. Thank you, Stephen, for 100 more bits. That takes us up to 3%, and we've got 3 minutes 30 left. Lots of threes there. Thank you very much, Stephen, for that. So I've talked a fair bit about Orcs Must Die on the podcast and stuff. Particularly, I've been talking about Orcs Must Die 3, the most recent game. I've been playing that a lot. But I realised I've never played it on stream. And, you know, it might not be the kind of game that I can just play it episodically for like weeks and weeks. You know, people might get a bit bored of it. But I thought, hey, we've got a little one-off stream happening right now because...
In light of today's stream, please donate today's hype train income to the Society of Prevention of Cruelty to Orcs.
Okay, fair
SM
enough.
Orc.
Yeah, I will do exactly that. No, I won't. Thank you, Trailing Badger, for the 100 bits. Hype train for the Orcs, everyone. So I've talked about this series a lot. I've sort of tried to describe it to people when I've been talking on the podcast, and I thought, hey, we've got a little one stream sitting in December that like it needs something, because next week is an art stream. The week after that, we are watching a charming British children's serial. It's not shredded wheat or Oatabix. It's a serialized program. And then it's Christmas. I don't have any more streams. I've got 3 streams this month, so I thought, well, what can I do on that one little one-off gameplay stream? So I thought, well, we'll play some Orcs Must Die, and maybe we'll come back to it in January if people want to see more. If they don't, you know, it's probably a good way to do it. Just a single episode. Started a bit late today because I couldn't get Steam to recognise my controller. I think it's now going to do that. Although I've never played with a controller before, so in spite of all that, the more I fiddled around with trying to get the controller to work, I thought I might just be better off with mouse and keyboard anyway. And then I don't know. The controller does work now, but I'm so used to playing this with mouse and keyboard. I might just do that. I'm not sure. Problem is I'm playing on a sofa. I've just got a mouse on a sofa down here, but it should be all right. I managed it on Condemned and stuff, so we'll see how we get on. I Am Chaps, subscribed. Welcome to the Walrus Clan, I Am Chaps. Thank you very much for subscribing at Tier 1. It's great to have you. So, I think we should just play a little bit of Orcs Must or Must Not Die. So let's do it. You right there, Emma? Have a little... She's snoozing. That's okay. She's a little bear nap. Hello, Peter and Walrus Clan. Just picked up Orcs Must Die with Games with Gold, so intrigued to see what it's like. Oh, well, there you go. Fortis in Arduis. How serendipitous for you. So, let me head on over here. There's little Billy Boy. And hit play. And see how loud Steam decides to make this game. Because Steam loves to make its games so loud. She's all cuddled up on Peter. She is. I mean, who wouldn't want to? OBS, why can't... Come on, you can see the game. I'll wait. Do you want me to click something, OBS? There we go. I have to click, just click in the game, do something, and then it'll... Oh. Oh, hello. Is that OBS that's screwing up? Or is that... What is that? Oh my god, like everything on the whole computer, it gone all stroby. Are you guys seeing a smooth image there? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's fine now. Were you guys seeing a little slideshow? Or was that just me seeing a slideshow? That was very strange. I've got smooth movement now. The game is the game lagging the stream? I think it is, but let me open the game again. I've tabbed out of the game. If I go back into it, is it going to do the same thing? Oh, it is. Oh no, what? I've never had this before. Can I like... Oh. Turn the graphics right down. Oh man, what? I didn't even consider that this could possibly be a problem, because why would it be? Put VSync on. Oh, that's done it. I don't really know what VSync is, but that has seemingly completely fixed the issue. Great. Okay, well, let's try putting the graphic detail up a bit then. That's smooth. Wow, the VSync really just a single checkbox fixed that issue. Thank God. Right, we should play the game then. That was scary. Cool. The hallway. Oh no, look, you've got all my... I'm just doxing all my friends there. I don't think there's a way for me not to do that. Steam, come on. What are you doing?
I've spent 300 years fighting for the Order. I've killed thousands of orcs and defended dozens of rifts. And this is how it ends. One slip and a kobold's blood, and my skull cracks open on the gatehouse steps. So now the task of defending this fortress falls to my apprentice. That's it then. The world is doomed.
VSync caps the frame rate to your monitor. It was probably trying to run orcs at a high frame rate. Thank you, Benjimable. Oh, oh, it's nice and sensitive. Ho ho! Way! Good. Okay. So I might actually. It might have my DLC. I might have some cheeky. Oh yeah, look, I've got some extra toys that I'm not really supposed to have at this stage. So we've got our crossbow, which is very useful. The sword can be good too, but I'm not going to use it. And then we'll go with the classics, the sticky tar and the spikes. But then also, I'm going to get myself the the flame scorchers. They're pretty good, little scorcher traps. So the game's really simple. This is the rift. We are a war mage. We have to defend this rift from orcs. What are gonna do come through this here doorster? They're breaking through right now. And, oh, my mouse wheel doesn't cycle through. Oh, can you not mouse wheel through? Oh, yes, you can. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So.
Can you ever have too many traps?
I'm thinking no. So we place traps down. It's a tower defense game. They got enough coin for one of those now. Let's pop it there. Sticky tar will slow the boys down, or girls. Spikes will spike them, of course. This is a special trap that came with the DLC, which will open up like a flipper and shoot fire forwards, but also, when it opens, it will knock people off like a flipper. So it's a sort of a double trap. Also, hey Peter, ask Ashton to play other games in co-op. She loves it. Yeah? How's it going? Ashton should play more games in co-op. Ashton and MB, HB, her Ben, have played a bit of Orcs Must Die 3, I believe. There's a couple of archers here that the game has just placed here. So we can headshot these boys. And if an enemy is affected by more than three or more forms of damage or like debuffs or anything like that, then you get combo effects as well, which is nice. So that's partly why I've set up a variety of traps here rather than just, you know, an entire floor of spikes or whatever. So me shooting an orc, me using my secondary attack, which does that and stuns them, walking through tar, getting spiked, getting hit by fire, getting hit by archers. That's what's giving me all these little ×3 combos. And that gives you like way more points, and points mean skulls in this game. You get a rating of like five stars or 5 skulls, and that's what you want to get, and it helps you like progress further and, you know, beat your friends and stuff. You can go kind of rapid fire with this crosshair, but as you can see by the crosshair, if I shoot slowly it goes green, and it's essentially as accurate as the crosshair is. But if I, you know, like any game, the wider the crosshair, like it is right now, it kind of shoots anywhere you like. Or anywhere it likes, I should say. So that's not what you want to do. Let me know if the game's a bit too loud, by the way. This is not what I expected Orcs Must Die to look like. See, this is what I mean, I don't know whether you're saying that positively or negatively, but I really like the visual style of this game. Man, the flipping mouse sensitivity is very high, but that's fine. And there's all different kinds of orcs as well. Obviously, this is just level 1. If I didn't have the DLC, all I would have would be tar and spikes, and, you know, these 2 archers that have been placed here, and my sword and my crossbow I would have as well. But it's just to introduce you bit by bit to the game. But we will meet different kinds of enemies. We'll get loads of really interesting traps the more we go on. Every level gives you a new trap. Yeah, as I say, new enemy types as well. So we have like kobolds, which are really, really fast, but really weak. Ogres are, you know, huge guys with layers, like onions. They like this into Smash Mouth. And you get people with like resistances to certain kinds of damage, like, at least you certainly do in the later games. I can't remember actually exactly what you do and don't have in this first one, but there we go. The fact that he did that dance means that he's going to get 5 skulls here. Here we go. Give me them 5 skulls. I was expecting it to look like Plants vs Zombies, says I Am Chap. See, this is the thing. People think that this, because it's a tower defense game, that it's a top-down kind of, you just watch the wave go through your maze and you're sort of sitting there, maybe clicking some stuff. No, it's a combination of tower defense, trap builder, you know, that kind of thing, but also, oh yeah, we can upgrade. But also it allows you to then fight the waves yourself with weapons and stuff, and that's what I really like about this game. So we can now upgrade these traps. Well, actually, they all require stuff, but you know, gain a short snare, so that has like a lasting effect that slows enemies down. Tower traps slow targets even more, so they go really slow through there. Wider arc of fire, and then we've got these two as well that also came with the DLC. This does it's a ceiling trap. It does lightning damage. Mana well contains more mana, so you can stick that to the wall and just stand near it. That's like a buff object. So they're not even all traps. Some of them are actually things that are going to help you out as a fighter. Rob, thank you for subscribing for 2 months. Thank you very much indeed. I'm just going to tab out and just check the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anything. This is a mild Captain Quasar feel to the art. I really like the art style. I think it's aged pretty well. I mean, this game came out in like the mid 2010s. I think it was like 2016, something like that, maybe. And I think it still looks pretty good for its time. I played this a lot at uni. That is a lovely Christmas jumper TP, says Stephen. Well, thank you very much. Action tower defense. Yes, it is. So here we go.
With the old man dead and my apprenticeship finally over, I can draw on the full power of the rift. I'll get a new toy to play with every time I defend a rift.
Every time I defend a rift. So the rift is, it changes from game to game, but I think are we in the human world right now and the orc? No, I think we're in the orc, kind of in the orc world, and we've built fortresses around these rifts, because if you step through the rift, you go to essentially the human world, the good world. So we're trying to stop the orcs getting into the human world. I think that's right. As I say, it varies. The different games are actually set in different parts of the world, and the rules are different. But yeah, this is a paladin guard. He says, "We are the Order's shields." I can push him around. He will whack. Obviously, he'll whack orcs with his sword. Eventually, I'll unlock the archers and the paladin guards, and I can place them down myself. But for now, we open the spellbook. And it says at the top, look, we've only got orc warriors in this mission, but we're going to have all kinds of stuff to contend with later on. So, for now, I think we've got an extra slot as well, so that's good. I'm going to have tar, spikes, arrows, and fire this time. It's usually worth probably trying out the new trap that they've just given you, because it's probably... you know, it's almost going to be well suited to the level. You see, like, this is going to shoot arrows out the wall, and the area at which it's going to be activated perfectly covers this corner. So anyone coming around this corner will set that off. Obviously, it's got a reset time, so it might still be resetting when it happens. But you know, then also just things like this. You see where the pillars come in here. So we could waste money by putting 3 traps across the floor like that to try and cover the whole floor, but actually they're all going to be squished through here, so you may as well do that. So there are certain elements of, you know, certain tactical elements to this game. You can put tar as they're walking through the arrow traps and stuff. You know, there's all kinds of stuff to consider. Sometimes only one door will open on the first round, but I think based off the symbol and the mini-map on both of those doors, I think they're both going to open in this first round, which is why I put arrow traps on both sides. But yeah, sometimes it's just one. So do I want spikes there, or I guess I probably do, and then maybe just for now while I'm saving up. I'll do that. Once you hit go, like that, on the first round, then a timer starts ticking. Because there's a par time to every level. But the setup phase, right at the beginning, you can take as long as you want. Which is good. So we're not going to get many combos right now, if at all. Because we've only got me shooting at them. And we've got the arrows going off. But that's fine. It's quite a comical game as well. If you, the orcs say stupid stuff and it doesn't take itself seriously at all. You've got this like electric guitar all the way through. Although that wasn't electric guitar, that was brass. Oh, see, so they didn't actually break through. But never mind. In this brief window, you can sell stuff if you want to. What I can do, actually, if I do this, that's going to obviously shoot an arc of fire right across that gap, take out several people at once, but also, in the unlikely event someone steps on it here, the flipper might actually send them over the guardrail there and into the acid, which is always worth doing as well, if you can. Eventually we'll get some really big physics-based traps as well. Oh, it opens before the next G. Yeah, I think you're right, Griskin. That'll be it. So I might try, I mean, they might not really get close enough, but what I might try is this. Again, try and flip them into the acid. It might be that I need to upgrade my my fire trap a bit more to get a bit more physics on its flip, but we'll get like proper flipper traps at some point, which are better than the floor scorcher for actually launching your enemies. Getting kill streaks as well, that all contributes to how much money you're earning and how many, and the score that you're getting. You can't carry money across from round to round. It's all just coin that you're going to be spending on actual traps. And you can build traps while you're playing as well, which is obviously worth doing. Oh man, it's getting a bit tasty in here, actually. I do have a paladin behind me. Get him, boyo! The rift will heal me, although when you get into a break like this, you get an instant heal. But really, the less time you spend building in a break, the better. Here we go. That'll take out any stragglers for sure. Headshots obviously do more damage. So that was well worth doing, this last little layer that I've made here. And that's the 5 skull dance. That means I got a 5 skull. There's a different dance, whatever you know, what depending on what you get. It's like just like Fortnite, right? Just like Fortnite. They remind me of Robot Wars traps, says Rob. Yeah, they are a little bit. It makes sense to stagger. Would it make sense to stagger the wall arrow traps? Then the reset times are not identical. You can do, but you know, sometimes you want double arrow traps going off. I mean, at this stage you don't probably, because an arrow trap will pretty much kill a standard orc. So yeah, to stagger them, it's probably sensible. But eventually we'll have things like ogres coming through, and actually you want as many arrows going into them all at once as possible. So I guess I'm doing that because I'm in the habit of dealing with larger enemies. Boom barrel I don't tend to use. It's just it's a barrel that blows up. It go boom. So
fortress, another rift to defend. They always seem to break through the doors. We should do something about that.
Yeah, good point. So, right. Just... Is it just the one door, actually? Or is it two doors? We've got that, yeah, just that door there. And if we go up here... Yeah, okay. So it's another simple one, it's just an L shape. We've got a ceiling here as well. I mean, this is a prime spot, especially in Orcs Must Die 1, for the swinging mace. And I cannot wait to unlock the swinging mace. It is outstanding. So squishy. So now we've got some crossbow orcs. They obviously have a ranged attack that is going to be a little bit problematic for us, but we should be okay. I'm going to get my usual set for now. We're not going to try the boom barrel. I could stick some lightning traps on this ceiling if I wanted to, but I'll pass for now. The thing I'm most looking forward to getting, and it should be soon, you unlock it pretty early on, is the barricade, which allows you to build little mazes. And as long as you've got a gap that will allow them to get through, they will just walk through the maze. They won't attack your barricades, which is good. If you completely block them off, they'll just destroy your barricades, so you don't want to do that. The point is to actually make a long, snaking maze, left and right, zigzagging, or to block off. Sometimes there'll be a branching path, and the orcs will be going left and right, and you're thinking, oh, I've got to put traps in both of those corridors. But you don't have to do that if you block off one of the corridors using a barricade, which is great. We could stagger our arrow traps. Let's have some audience participation. See, this being a wider corridor, the only thing is, they're going to be a bit more spread out. So, you know what, maybe... Oh, can I not open my book because I placed a trap down? I can't. Let me just restart. Maybe I will try the ceiling traps. That might be a shout.
Another day, another fortress, another rift to defend. They always seem to break through the doors.
So,
we should do something about that.
That's what I would normally have. I'm going to get rid of the spikes. I'm going to do that. Okay. The music's bugged out, but it'll start playing the drama music in a bit when we hit go, so we'll be fine. Can I afford another one of those? Yes, I can. That should pretty much hit anyone who's coming through. We've got no tar, though, so just see how this goes. The tar is useful for slowing down the boys. I'm going to shoot slowly and get my headshots in. And actually, if you stand somewhere like this, you will just... The orcs will come to you, and they'll stand where you want them to stand. Are we going to zap the boys? Are we doing it? Yeah, okay, that's working pretty well. I will put some tar down when I can afford it. Okay. Put it in the middle for now. That should catch most of them. Some of them will be right on the sides and they'll be able to get through. We've got level traps as well that are just like environmental. So this tips acid. So, oh, hello boys. If I die in this game, I lose 5 rift points. The rift points are in the top right by the mini-map. And you have to have all of your rift points remaining if you want a 5 skull rating at the end of the game, end of the level. So you don't want to die in this game. In Orcs Must Die 3, you're allowed to die all you like. In Orcs Must Die 2, you also have to not die if you want to keep all your rift points. Oh, the acid missed. The chandeliers on the ceiling are also environmental traps. You can shoot them down, they'll land on people's heads. So I'm going to put more of that, and then let's throw in some more arrow traps. My biggest gripe with Orcs Must Die 3 is that they changed the dance. I know, I agree. I like the dance as it is. They changed the dance. Although different people have a different dance, don't they, I think? There's different playable characters in Orcs Must Die 3, which is nice. I love the AoE on that stun. It's very, very useful when they're all packed in and you've run out of traps. Oh, I've run out of mana though. Here we go. I don't think I've got any guardians either. I don't have any arrow, any archers. I don't have any paladin guards. Let me go for the headshots. Yeah, he says they're in the south hall, which is handy. Right, I'm gonna hit go, but I think I will just fill this up with arrow traps for now. So you really do have to contribute to your own trap setup. You have to really get in there and fight. If you don't, you don't have enough credits to place down enough traps to take down these waves. You can't rely on the traps, which is good. That's part of the game design. And it encourages you to get involved. But you do have to be a bit more careful in this game. I'm so used to playing Orcs Must Die 3 and not worrying about my health, but especially with all these crossbow dudes, really need to think about not getting caught out. Just keep moving, I guess, and they're not likely to hit me. Won't be long before we've got a nice barricade. I mean, even in this situation, I would have barricades down. I would have a choke point so they can only come out of one tile. And then just focus all of your traps on that. You know, having this wide corridor is not actually my forte. I don't like dealing with such a wide group of orcs. I'm a huge barricade user in this game. Some people, you know, would rather spend money on actual traps. I am more of a barricade boy. Let's pop. Maybe there. They're not going to be going right around the corner really sharp like that, so. The pathing can be a bit weird in this game, like occasionally. Especially in the first game, you know, it was... They're working out the kinks and stuff. Don't kink shame, you know. Not getting so many combos here because I'm not using as much tar. Tar's an easy way to, you know, immediately get good combos because they're walking through the tar, so that's one. And then if you're shooting them and then a trap goes off, like some arrows or something, that's three. You know, it's very easy. And that counts as well, that slowing effect. So it's not too tricky to get combos, even if you're a bit short of traps. But generally, if you just perform okay in terms of fighting, and if you don't get killed, you'll probably get 5 skulls. The one to watch is the time, really. Those are the two easiest ways to lose in this game, I think, is shilly-shallying around and losing the par time, and getting knocked down. If you get caught in a corner, you can find yourself in trouble. So, let's continue. I didn't say buy upgrades, actually, at this point. Oh, the wind belt. See, in this game, I really like using the wind belt.
Not much room to work with here. It's a short walk for the orcs from the gate to the rift. But those acid pits will come in handy.
The acid pits will come in handy. See, this is where you really, really want barricades. You could very, very easily deal with this by blocking off that door, or that gap, or this gap here, and all of the orcs, even the ones who are following this little twinkly thing, they would head this way, they'd see your barricades and go, okay, I'm going this way. And then you would just fill this corridor with traps, and you'd be sorted. So, we've got to think about this. I'm going to use the wind belt. It's very good. And then maybe this is the way. I mean, this Alchemist Satchel is actually pretty good. That throws AoE acid kind of Molotov things. Little glass vials that have a big explosive acid attack, but I don't know. So the best thing to do, I mean, really, you got to think about being, you know, you don't want to, if you can help it, you don't want to like start putting a load of stuff over there and then having to put the same amount of stuff over there for the other half. You know that every orc is going under this archway, so you've got to focus your attacks here.
Something for your face.
Maybe for now, we'll put just 2 tars, and then, oh no, I still can't afford the fire though. That's what I was going to do, is put 2 tars and then...
How about some of this? Step right this way, Mr. Orc.
I'll put an arrow trap there, catch any stragglers. I mean, there will be many stragglers. But this wind belt is very, very good. Doesn't use a whole lot of mana, but it will allow me to push back anyone who gets caught in the wave. And obviously this level is designed with the wind belt in mind, so you can push them all into that acid trap, and you just get an instant kill if you get them in there. So, but I must say I'm a bit concerned. I probably won't get... See, it's good though. You really can push them all back. And it counts towards a combo as well, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Peter and Walrus Clan. Sorry I'm late. Are all the orcs dead yet?
They're not. Actually, we've got a JT the Destroyer alert to read as well. I'll get to that in just a second. So the wind belt really is good for just making people have to go through your traps again and again and again. And especially if you get some ceiling traps up in here, it might actually be all right. They might not make it to the acid bath at all, which would be handy, really. Because I don't want them splitting 50-50 left and right, you know. So let's put number 5. No, 6. Just pause the game. So, JT the Destroyer subscribed via Prime for 27 months. Hi TP, I was wondering, with so many streamers leaving Twitch to sign deals with YouTube, since you've streamed on both, what are the pros and cons of each platform in your opinion? Happy holidays. JT the Destroyer, that's a good question. I'll get to that in just a moment. That's probably a bigger answer than Mr. Black's question, which 200 bits from Mr. Black. Thank you very much. He says, hey Peter and Walrus Clan, sorry I'm late. Are all the orcs dead yet? Nearly. Yeah, we're getting there. Got most of them. JT the Destroyer, pros and cons of Twitch and YouTube. I mean, Twitch is easier to stream on. It's such a straightforward system. You just press go live. You just press go live. YouTube, once upon a time, was almost as simple as just going live. oh boy, is it not now. It's like, if ever we have issues now with stream setup, it's with YouTube. It's never ever with Twitch. And you could argue that that's partly because we're more familiar with Twitch, and so we just know how to do it. But it's not just that. It's... Oh, I've just alt-tabbed. Oh, jeez. Okay. Don't know if that came up on screen. It might not have, because OBS is only capturing the app. It maybe did. With my Steam... Oh, I'm going to die here. The safest thing for me to do here is stay behind the area and just let them come through again and again, because these crossbow fellas are going to mess me up. Okay, I'm going to leg it to the rift, which will heal me up nice and quick. Okay, you guys didn't see my Steam details. That's fine. Let's put another one of those there, and perhaps an extra arrow thing. There are some pros to streaming on YouTube in that we find that, well, I don't know if we do think this anymore, but certainly once upon a time, as YouTubers, it kind of made more sense for us to stream on YouTube, because some people just don't like the idea of Twitch. People who have never tried Twitch before kind of feel like, oh, like what? Do I have to go to another website, and how does it work, and what is streaming like as an audience member? I just don't know. It's strange and unfamiliar to me. I don't want to do it. Just that kind of feeling, which is fine. It's understandable. I was kind of in that boat once upon a time. Whereas YouTube, if we choose to do a live stream, it just comes up in people's sub boxes, and they're familiar with YouTube. Even though they might not have watched a live stream before, they know that if they just click on it, the only difference is that the video is going out live rather than, it being a pre-made video. Oh, steady now. So, in that sense, YouTube is quite a useful way to stream if you've already, especially if you've already got an established YouTube audience, Oh, I've been silly there. I've used all of my... Oh, no. I've used all my mana up. Okay, there we go. Just had enough there to push that group back. I love how wide the cone is for the wind bell. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to sell this because... Oh, no, that's not what I mean. I'm going to have one on each side. And then more tar. And then another ceiling trap up here. Yeah, why not? And then if there's a... well, we don't have enough now for stragglers, but... See you for the tips, TP. My channel on YouTube is terrible, but I like uploading my guinea pigs. Nice. Yeah, we just find YouTube like way more difficult to just set up a stream, but it probably has wider reach in some ways. Even if you don't have an established audience, I think people do just stumble into YouTube streams more than they seem to stumble into Twitch ones, in my experience. I guess Twitch at the moment in the gaming sphere is a more bloated market, maybe. Do more people stream on Twitch than they do on YouTube? I suppose they must do. So you're less likely to get stumbled upon in that sense. But then again, on the other hand, Twitch has the whole kind of category system. So again, people find... I've had people walk into, you know, like my Tomeby stream. There were definitely people wandering into that who weren't TripleJump fans, but they clicked on the Tomeby category because maybe they were looking for a Tomeby stream. And I think YouTube has a similar system, but I don't think it's as user-friendly, you know. So there are pros and cons for sure. And actually, I'm not really the best person to say. I mean, yeah, I've used both, but, you know, I don't consider myself a really serious streamer. You know, there are people who full-time stream, whereas we, you know, we do a solo stream every week each and one joint stream. So not as experienced as other people out there, some of our friends in the industry. But yeah, those are some ideas. Food for thought. You can place floor traps underneath the feet of orcs. You can't place barricades on a tile that's occupied by an orc, because the whole point of a barricade is an orc's not supposed to be able to go through it. But so there we go, that's 5 skulls. We did a great job. And hopefully now we've got barricades. No, it's Archer Guardians. Give me a goddamn barricade. I want it. James definitely gets XCOM fans on his streams. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Dumpling28 with a first-time chat. My other half loves watching you on YouTube. He calls you his boys. We are his boys, that's true. And girls.
Works for me. I like it when all the enemies bunch up for mass slaughtering.
He says the attacks seem more organized these days. That's just a tiny little bit of foreshadowing. Something that's coming later. So we've got 2 doors here. But fortunately, they are ultimately just coming the same way. It's just another L shape. Some of these levels get really interesting eventually. You get stairs and, you know, multiple corridors and big major traps that send like logs rolling down the hallways and stuff. It's all very good. So these are both going to open at some point before the next break. So I think I'm just going to make my stand here. I know it's quite close to the rift, but we've got this fella. We are the Order Shields. Which is good. We've got Archer Guardians now as well. So I'm going to go Tar. I always get Tar. Arrow traps are worth having. In fact, first, let's get the Wind Belt, because I do really like that, actually. And if I run out of slots, I'll get rid of it. And then I like that one, but I kind of want to use the Guardians. So the question is, do I get my Ceiling Trap as well and get rid of the Wind Belt? Oh, hello. We've got some Kobold Runners, ladies and gents. JL, sorry you. Thank you for subscribing for 3 months. Much appreciated. Do you find you get more trolls on streaming on Twitch or YouTube? We definitely get more trolls on YouTube. I don't know if that's... I think that's partly just because YouTube is a bit more of a cesspit. YouTube is definitely... I mean, as I say, more people stumble upon your stream on YouTube. So there's a combination there as well. People who aren't part of your community and don't care enough to be respectful. But even if it didn't have that kind of reach with people stumbling upon you, I think generally just people on YouTube are not as nice. You know, even if it was people who are already part of our community, you know, there are people on YouTube who don't venture over to Twitch, who are probably, you know, somewhat of an arsehole, potentially. So we got some kobolds. They're not, we don't like them. We don't like the kobolds. Decisions. I am going to... Yes. We're going to stick with this. Oh, we've got this look. Are they going to come up this... They're going to wander up. They can go up little stairways like that, so they might do that. Which is a bit concerning. But equally, I could put some fellas up here, you know. So let's tar me up inside. I can't tar up.
This won't hurt a bit.
Show me the target. So these guys will be attacked by orcs. And they'll sort of attract orcs as well. If an orc is walking this way and he's thinking, I'll go to the rift, if he gets close enough to this guy, he'll come and attack him. Which in some ways is good, because it'll slow him down. But it's not great if they kill him. On the other hand, though, these guys will, I believe, be restored when there is a break. They will come back to life. So they won't be perma-dead, but they will be dead from round to round until there's a break. So you do have to look after them. Okay, we're going to try this. We might get some kobold runners right at the start. Yeah, here we go. So we hate these guys. They are really weak. So I can just kind of mash my crossbow, because that makes me more likely to, if I shoot into a group, I'm probably going to hit them. And as long as one arrow hits them, they're going to die. I don't have to be super accurate. And I think these bolts are weaker than one bolt like this. I think that's how it works. Let me experiment. I can't tell. I was trying to work it out by the health bar, but it was quite difficult to tell. But yeah, I don't know. So, good thing about kobolds is, though, that because they're quick, they're going to be getting to your traps earlier than others. So you can kind of set up a first line of defense against kobolds, knowing that, like, whatever your traps are, they're likely to be activated by kobolds first.
Happy 420 BBBB blaze it, my dudes, Lord 16 dab. I don't remember the Christmas jokes from last year, so I hope that neither will you. Here are some Christmassy jokes.
Excellent.
What do Santa's little helpers learn at school? The alphabet. Ha ha ha.
Good.
Who delivers presents to cats? Santa Paws. Hi-e. What do monkeys sing at Christmas? Jungle bells. Ho ho ho.
Jungle bells.
What do reindeer hang on their Christmas trees? Ornaments.
Ornaments?
Why are Christmas trees so bad at sewing? They always drop their needles.
Yeah.
Hi-hoo.
That's very good. It's 420. Everyone blaze it. My dudes, Moggy, everything.
Yeah.
Blaze it for the orcs.
No.
Blaze it, my dudes.
There we go. Oh, keep flipping tabbing out like that. Blaze it, my dudes. Moggy Christmas.
Something for your face.
Oops. Oh, that's not nicely aligned. I don't like that. Never mind. Hello. Thank you to Steven Skodes and Lobrotovich for blazing it there. I'm very excited for Christmas this year. Oh, wow, that was a real quick round. Okay. Oh, those crossbow guys are shooting my archers. It's a bit of a worry. So... yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, so in some ways, one of the kobolds' strengths is a weakness in that they, because they... Yikes. I'm trying to save my archer, but I can't. There we go. Because they're so quick, they're going to get to your traps before anyone else has activated them. Whereas, some of the slower enemies, by the time they actually get to your traps, some of the standard orcs have set them off already. Which is, oh no. See, that's the problem. You spend money on these guys and then it's just dead money. That's like 1,800 coins just sitting there. But never mind. I'm going to put more fire traps in that gap there. Okay. So, all these traps are waiting for these kobolds. So that's a good thing. Your issue is sometimes that...
How did Darth Vader know what Luke got him for his Christmas? He felt his presence.
Oh, very good, Rob. Thank you for the bits. The issue you can have with kobolds is if they come in the middle of a wave, which they do sometimes. Maybe they don't in this game, but they definitely do in other games. Because then they're turning up when, you know, like all those traps have just gone off, and then you've got nothing to kill the kobolds with. You have to shoot each one individually. So that can be an issue. See, look, if I just shoot a little bit slower, get those headshots in. It can really be worth doing. Hello? Oh, okay. We had a dead guy somewhere.
That's gonna leave a mark.
There we go. Well, that's a fairly good little setup. Come on, Kobe's. Kobe! Oh, yeah. Oh! Steady now. No need for any of that. That's a Buick right there from Joette. Uh-oh. 1118. Thank you very much for subscribing for 31 months. That's a huge length of time. Oh no, there's a kobold. Yeah, see, we've got some kobolds now in amongst all this. You've got to really keep your eye out for them. There we go. That's that 5-star dance that we want. See, that kobold had come right through the final layer. I did have a knight all the way back here at the rift, but he's probably not very good at going up against a kobold. He's a slow boy. Give us a barricade. Hell yes! It's time. It's time for Tiny Peter's awesome night of...
Where our defenses are thin?
Yeah.
If I didn't know better, I think the orcs were learning.
So, they're coming in... Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Oh, is it just the... Right. So it's one door and one rift, but... Okay, so so you can only get here over these stairs. Or is it 2 rifts? Sometimes you have 2 rifts and 1 door. Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, there's 2 ways to get to this rift. So... we've got to put some barricades down. I mean, you don't have to. You can play it a different way if you want to. Also, let's flippin' darn well upgrade our spell book. We've not bought any upgrades. There we go. So, we can slow targets even more. That, I mean, literally will slow them down more. Cheaper guardians. Wider arc of fire. That's probably worth doing. It's expensive, but barricades are cheaper. Oh, let's do that. All upgrades are final, no refunds. I want it. So wider arc, we can't afford wider arc now. That's fine. Arrow traps trigger from further out, so that's an increased range. Do we want slow targets even more, or do we want the short snare? So this adds an effect. So you get spiked, and that's physical damage, and it also slows them down a little bit. And not only is that a good thing, because it slows them down, but that slowing effect adds to your combo. So if this trap goes off and it attacks an orc, that's 2 effects already. And then all you have to do is shoot them, or you know, if they've already wandered through tar, or they're about to wander through tar, or an arrow trap goes off, that's an instant combo, which is a really good thing. It's a good way to gain some combo score, that upgrade. I don't know what I want. Maybe super slow, because I do use a lot of tar in this game, and then eventually we'll, you know, buy into other stuff, but for now we're all right. So let's go. Now,
Attack where our defenses are thin?
yeah.
If I didn't know better, I think the orcs were learning.
Quite a few slots now, so I think I will bring the wind belt along. I'll get tar. I'll have arrows, fire, barricades. We've got kobolds, look, and crossbow crossbow orcs. And I've still got a slot left, so I could go for the ceiling trap, or I could go for the archer, or I could go for the floor spikes. Given that I'm now going to be barricading stuff.
Yeah.
Why is Yoda such a good gardener? He has green fingers.
Rob, thank you for more bits there and another cracking joke. I don't know if I said thank you for the previous one, but thank you very much. He has green fingers. I like that they're Star Wars. Both of those were Star Wars jokes. I didn't know if the first one was just incidentally a Star Wars joke, or if, but clearly it's intentional. So, I want that. I want that. I probably don't. Yeah, let's go for that. So the trick now is putting the barricade in the right place. Because there is a par time, what you don't want to do, I hope you're enjoying all these strats, by the way. Oops, that's a real sharp turn. You don't want to necessarily put the barricade all the way here. Now you see these little twinkly things bouncing off? They're showing that the orcs are going to get here and then go back, right? You see? They're bouncing off the barricade, which is useful. It shows that, like, okay, I've put that in the right place. Only problem is, now what we're doing is we're saying that the orcs that come through here and aren't going that way, because they're going to split at this point. They're going to go left or they're going to go right. The ones that are going to go right are going to run all the way down here. All the way over it. Then they go, oh, okay. Then they're going to run all the way this way. All the way this way. And then finally they're going to like make it into wherever it is that I'm putting traps. In fact, I don't like stairs, so I'll probably do it the other way around. But, you know, you get the idea. You don't want orcs spending ages running around everywhere. Obviously, it can help to thin the crowd and, you know, deal with them. You'll deal with them bit by bit, but...
I don't have a joke, but just wanted to throw some bits your say and say I hope you're doing well. Really enjoying seeing the game. I've played the second one years ago only the once and really liked it. Great. I should revisit it.
Absolutely, I would agree. Thank you very much, JL Saw You. 400 bits. I'm a big advocate of these games. There's very little wrong with them. They're a little bit glitchy at times, and sometimes you'll get like an orc that'll fall down here and be alive, and then you'll clear the entire map, and you'll be like, where the hell? Why is the round not ended? You have to use the mini-map and find them. But, yeah, you know, stuff like that can be an issue. So what we really want to do, we want to get these orcs going all the way, going down the same path as soon as possible, really. And I actually, of the two paths, I sort of want them to go that way, not this way, because this just seems like there's just too much going on here. They could fall down these sides and get past the barricade, or it's just too much. So I'm going to barricade off this corridor, and I'm going to do it at the mouth of the corridor so that they are very quickly going to be going that way and not all the way through there and all over around the houses and stuff. Annoyingly, this is a 3 barricade gap. I always thought, so I'm so used to seeing these, I always thought, like, when I first saw this, I was like, what a stupid design, like, you can just go over it. But the orcs are stupid, so don't worry about it. So, one there, and I'll just, I don't like it when it's not even. I really don't. Do it like that instead. I mean, that's still not actually even, but... There we go. Diagonal. Yeah, amazingly, an orc can't walk through that gap, would you believe? So there we go. We've got the line now that shows they're all going to come this way, which is great news, because it means we can just shove them all in here. And what I can do, once I've saved up enough money, is put a barricade. I mean, I'll use tar just to show it because it's cheaper and I don't have enough. But I could put a barricade there and there so that every single orc is going to have to walk through this tile. And then I can get my wind belt and I can just stand here and just be pushing them into the thing. You know, you can do things like that, which is why I love the barricades in this game. So for now, we're going to use a fairly standard, you know, a kind of a... Oh, well, that's all I've got for now, but that's all right. I will use the wind belt. I'll start pushing them in. Yeah, alright. Got to watch out for kobolds, though. But you can do some really fun things when you've got yourself some interesting barricades set up. Oh, that wasn't a headshot. Okay, that was a little bit tasty, that one, because we didn't have enough money for any traps, but you soon earn it back. I'll take these guys out as soon as possible, actually, because if one of them sets off an arrow trap, then all the others will arrive and there'll be no trap to take them down, so I really want to deal with those guys. Okay, nice. I'm going to wait for the break before I try and build something here, but I am going to try and do that. You know, make a little corridor that they all have to walk along here, or here would be better because there's no. I might blow them right over the pit if I use my wind belt too hard, but reset, trap, reset. Come on, arrow wall. You got this. Oh no. Kobold. Kobold. No, kobold. Speedy baskets. And I can say baskets. It's one of the swears we're allowed to say. Okay, good. So I'm now going to sell all this. And I'm going to do a little Peter Austin special. So this will take a little bit of mental maths. Tar there. Maybe a fire flipper there, burning everyone. Oh no, I wanted to do it the other way around, didn't I? Oh, quick. Time is ticking. Okay, I can probably press go. Work out the rest as I go. Right, okay. The reason I've done it diagonally like this, you might think, why don't I put a barricade there as well, really force them into here, but no one's going to step on that. They know that they've got to come here, so they're pretty much going to walk onto that one anyway. Here we go. So now I can just stand here doing this. Oh, look how many. It's so satisfying. You've got to watch out for that, though. Oh, I love just killing loads and loads of orcs all in one go. TP, what was it about this game that made you interested to play for the first time? I actually saw Lewis Brindley playing this on Yogscast or talking about it. And at the time, I don't think it was that well known, or people weren't particularly excited about it. It was a bit, I mean, it's an indie game, I think. It might not be anymore an indie studio, but I think certainly at the time it was. And it was this kind of like interesting little thing, and I just saw the footage, and I really liked the art style actually. And then, you know, the idea of actually doing this, building these little mazes and little choke points. That's what I love about this game, is coming up with a little absolute death pit like this, a real killing field. Make everyone go on the same place and get them all in one go. That's what's satisfying about this game. This barricade has been a little bit damaged. Boom goes the dynamite, he says. Indeed it does. Oh, this isn't a good thing you can do as well. If you do this, that will still go off, even though people shouldn't be walking over here, all being well. But look, we'll see it. if anyone makes it through. Oh, he flipped over though. It might be resetting. Yeah, see, that goes off still because people are walking in its trigger zone, which is good. But yeah, these barricades, well, they'll heal up when it's a break like this, which is good. But in fact, just for safety, I might, because a guy did just get over there, I might put that there, but then put that there. Yeah. But barricades, although they won't be actively attacked unless you completely block off the corridor and they need to break their way through, they will sometimes get, there'll be a bit of kind of collateral damage where an archer or something will be attacking you, but they'll also end up hitting your barricades. Like if I stand here and people start swinging at me, they're going to see the damage to the barricade there. I shouldn't really have done that because quite a lot of people swung at me there and now I've got a damaged barricade, but never mind. Should be alright. Just got to watch my health though. I'm going to stand back. But this is what it's all about. It's getting loads of people all lined up on some sticky tar. And then all of your traps going off, or, you know, shooting them into the acid or whatever.
Have you ever played a game on the PS4 called Deception 4? It's not a tower defense as such, but similar idea in that you have an arena and have to rig up sequences of traps to score points.
Oh, that sounds good. I've not played that. Deception 4 on PS4. I'll have to give that a go. That sounds fun. So what do I want to do now? Maybe my arrow traps. That's one that I use a lot. I can't afford that yet. I might save up for the fire trap. How are we doing for time? It's 20 to the hour, so that's fine. We've got at least half an hour of the stream left or more.
One of the oldest of the Rift fortresses. Paladins say this place is haunted. I don't know about that, but sure could use a good dusting.
So this is a boom barrel that the game has placed. I can, you know, in the same way that they place paladin guards and so on, sometimes that just come bundled with the map, you also get things like boom barrels. I feel like this might be telling me that we are dealing with, yes, ogres. They take 5 rift points if they go through your rift, so they are bad news, and they are strong boys. They can really ruin your day, but if you slow them down, give them a stun, you know, you can do it. You can deal with them. Oh, we've got spring traps as well. Is that what we just unlocked? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, spring traps are a lot of fun. Quite expensive, but so let's have that and that and that. And that should do me. Not. Yeah, okay, cool. So we've got 2 doors here. But the orcs, I believe, can come up here if I lead them up here. They won't come up here of their own. Oh, okay. Or maybe they will. Because you would, wouldn't you, if you were an orc? They can't cross. Okay. Right. See, what I was thinking was, if I had all the money in the world, and I've got quite a lot, was to do this. Let's see if the spark thing goes up the stairs. It does. But then my concern would be that some of them would turn right and come down. Oh no, but you can't actually get to the rift from here. Okay, so that's fine. So then they're all going to be led down one side, which means everyone will be coming through here. You know, that's how I play this game. I like to just know that everyone I'm going to be dealing with today will at some point walk under this roof or walk round this corner. I don't like having to worry about dealing with 2 corridors at once. Some people do. Some people don't mind. That's what these teleports are for, by the way. You can quickly zip from one area to another, you know, so that you can juggle multiple areas at once. But I am going to have me orcs all walk under here. And when they get here, I'll be waiting for him. And I swear to God, the day I unlock the swinging mace, which might be soon-ish, you guys, it's going to change the game. This is prime swinging mace material right here, but for now, we're just going to... yeah. No. In fact... it would be nice to spring it up, but it's not really the time or the place to be doing. If I have spare money as we go, I'll go and put some spring traps down because they are fun. They'll obviously throw my enemies into the acid pits, or I mean, you can even just you can place them like this, and they'll just chuck them. But you know, they'll come through all your arrow traps, they'll get shot and stuff, and then they'll step here, and then they'll have to do it all again. I mean, they really do launch them, these spring traps. They're pretty powerful beasties. So in the interests of having 2 of these, which might be handy, I think I'm going to have just 2 tars. Oh, I can afford 3 tars. Okay. Let's try this then. And we'll use that boom barrel on an ogre if and when one of them arrives. Still quite a long way for the orcs to come, so I'm going to come up here and immediately start, you know, trying to take them down. In fact, you know, I can be doing this as well, throwing him a few of them straight down there. There we go, and let me guess. Now, the same on the other side. Probably. Maybe not. I can't make the next wave come any quicker, unfortunately. It would be nice if you could just say, no, I'm ready. I'm ready now. Perhaps on this side, we'll try a couple of spring traps, because they're just so fun. There we go. Sometimes a checkerboard can work quite well with some of your traps. Just spaces them out enough that, you know, different people are going to activate different things, and, you know, in the same way that maybe you shouldn't put arrow walls on opposite sides of a corridor lined up with each other. See, I'm going to catch almost everyone in terms of width here. You know, a lot of them got, well, I say a lot of them got caught there. They didn't, but it's because of the reset time. But, you know, I mean, that was real quick. How are we doing? What's going on? Oh, they're all in the pit. They are in the West Hall, but theoretically they should all be coming up here now, right? Please? Yes? Yes. I don't want to wind bell any of them down those stairs, because I might accidentally blow them over the top of the barricade, and that would be bad, because I wouldn't know that had happened. Right, I'm going to press go. And I'm going to put some more spring traps down. Spring traps won't act... Oh no! My precious checkerboard. Trick with ogres, if you can, is to, well, first take out all the annoying bloody escorts with him, and then you want to, ow, they'll stun you, Ah, no. He's going to get me. You want to stun them and then headshot them, if you can. Oh no, I didn't see he was that close. I'm going to die. Oh, I died. Well, there go my rift points. I think I'll restart that. That's a shame. Getting a bit cocky. I think ogres are a bit tougher than they are in...
Paladins say this place is haunted. I don't know about that. Sure could use a good dusting.
than they are in the old in Orcs Must Die 3. Or the thing is, the headshots are more powerful in Orcs Must Die 3, I believe, or you can use them more to your advantage, I guess, is the thing. Whereas you have to be a bit more careful, I think, in this game with it, which is fine. We all learn from our mistakes. So, yeah, let's go back and do the same thing. Because I do want everyone...
This will be good.
Coming up here. That is... I mean, ideally, if I fought hard enough, people might never make it down here. Or if I put traps on both sides, you know, we'd be alright. But, you know, I like to just know that ultimately, if there's any straggler, it's going to be coming through here. It's always good to know.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Maybe something like that. It's a bit more aggressive. There's, you know, not as much tar there, but certainly for the first few rounds, I don't really need the tar. In fact, the first 2 rounds, I can just get them all myself. Just stand here, push them all into the acid, you know? But, yeah. Run out of mana. There we go. Well, I've got 13 seconds, so I might just go get a bit of health, I think. But... There we go. And we'll get some flippers set up. Let me try and watch how they come down the stairs. Like, do they ever get to this tile, for example? Yes, they do. That's fine. It's good to know. You sometimes see the animations going a bit funny with the orcs. They'll be in their standing pose and they'll be moving as they're walking, and you know, you get little things like that, but the games just go from strength to strength as the series progresses. It's good stuff, really. Off we go. Let's go. Could do with swapping that checkerboard round, actually, so I can put one here and one here, because I can't put one here because of this pillar. But never mind. In they go. Can't sell traps while you're in the middle of a round. You can only place them, which is a real bugger. Yeah, I forgot to say that earlier. I placed a trap down in the wrong place, and I was like, "Oh no, that's annoying." And the reason being, I can't get rid of it. You do have to just be a little bit careful when you're using things like spring traps, that you're keeping in mind that, here we go, so that's the checkerboard I want to do now. So that I can put one here and here.
Sometimes I almost feel bad for the orcs. Except, not really. Traps are just so cool.
There we go, that should do some real work. So this spring trap here, being right to the edge, could theoretically send an orc all the way over there. Now, as it happens, that's not going to be an issue, really, because we've got all this set up as well, but you know, you do just have to keep in mind that orcs can sometimes be in places you don't want them to be or don't expect them to be. There we go. Ogre dead. That's much better. And he drops a coin normally, so if I'm... Here we go. Right, so those archers are all dead, and now we've got some orcs arriving. They'll have been thinned out a little bit by the spring traps that we've been setting up. In fact, blimey, hardly any came through at all. Spring traps really did their work. Nice, okay, well, I like that. Now it might be the same deal but flipped over, so we might have an ogre on the left side. In fact, I think that's highly likely. It would be nice to go and deal with him separately, but we've got all these fellas coming first. So, and if I don't deal with them ASAP, they'll get through my traps. So, but if the same wave came through inverted, it will mean that some of those archers might have been taken out by spring traps. Oh, steady. I think they charge a bit quicker than they do in the later games. Oh, yeah, it's a bit scary. That I don't like that charge at all. Oh, man, these crossbow guys are the real problem. Oh, that was close. That was real close. I had my back against the rift. One for you, and one for you. Okay. In we go, everyone. That's very, very satisfying to do. A great big clump of them. Clump. It can just pay to take your time a little bit and headshot, you know, particularly any problems, like the crossbow guys and stuff. They're the ones you want to deal with. I'm expecting another ogre at some point, and that's when I'm going to use my boom barrel. I know I keep running past it and not setting it off, but things might get real tight towards the end of the... How many rounds we got left? We're on 6 of 9, so yeah, we've got a few more waves coming. I'm going to press go just because I probably don't need the time. Not really, because by the time they arrive, you know, you're already, you can be building stuff while they're on their way. So, okay, that's pretty good. Come on now. You'll see health potions and stuff dropping, which are very useful. They're pretty useful right there, I tell you. Have I brought anything that I'm not using? I've got my fire things. I could place even more flipper traps. I could probably place some here, really.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Okay. Is that it? I've only got enough for one. There. So you start to hear them saying things like, "Yes, mistress," and "Get out of my head," which is, as I say, there's a bit of foreshadowing going on. You learn a bit more. There's never a huge, complex story in an Orcs Must Die game, but you learn a little bit as things go. What's going on? Undisputed Edgehead, thank you. 12 months. That's nearly a whole year. It certainly is. Well done. Thank you for being with us all that time. Surprised I've not set that boom barrel off yet with a stray crossbow bolt. Got more people on the way. See, that's the good thing about blocking off that corridor and having everything here. You know that everyone's going to be passing through. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I'm going to put... So I am going to double up on some of my arrow traps you see here. They will set off in the same place, but it means that ogres will take a beating. And actually, that covers the entire corridor on that side, so that's probably also going to set some... It's going to be activated by people. So have we got an ogre on both sides now? It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, we have. Ogres, when they get set on fire, they do a little hot foot run, which is actually a bad thing because they move a lot quicker and it's real scary. Okay, there we go. Hey, Doctor Who had a finale last night. Man, kind of rubbish. So bloated, that series. There was so much going on. I won't do any spoilers. No spoilers in the chat, please. If you watch Doctor Who, if you've got opinions on it, please just use adjectives to describe how you felt about things. Do not say what happened, because some people will want to watch it and will be excited about it. But my God, there was so much in that series. Way too many characters, too many arcs, and so much of the stuff did not get either satisfactorily resolved or resolved at all. Some of it did get resolved, but in a really naff way. And, you know, the whole MacGuffin for the final episode that, you know, it was a big key moment at the end of the previous episode. Nothing happened with that. And that's kind of one of the only things that was keeping me interested throughout the series. Nothing happened with the MacGuffin. Yeah, cheaper, please. Because they're good, but they're flippin' expensive, those flippers. Flippin' expensive. Do you see what I definitely intentionally did there? Speedrun time. Wall blades. Now these are pretty powerful. They've got short range. They've only got a one tile range. But
I once asked the old man what would happen if the orcs made it through the rifts into our world. He got all gloomy-faced and said, "Step out into their shattered, dead world beyond the fortress gates, and you will know." Oh yeah. Could have just said it'd be bad.
it'd be bad. Okay. So remember this one. So we've got a door here that comes through the dining hall. Then they go up the stairs. What is around here? Nothing. They go up the stairs. And they then... Ah, yes. Okay. So this grate, we can't place floor traps on. So they come up here, up the stairs, and then they can go through there and through here. But they can also go along here and through here. But they can also come through here and along here and through here and here and here. There's a lot going on here, but that's all right. That's why barricades are our friend, much like Jesus. Jesus is a friend of mine Jesus is my friend. I have a friend in Jesus. And Warblades as well. I also have a friend in them. Let's give them a go. So, first job is to work out where can I place my barricades so that I know baddies aren't going to do bad things. I could place them here, but then I'd also need to place them here. And that's fine, and then I know that everyone is going to come through this door. But at that point, I mean, we can't place anything on the ceiling here. We've got limited wall space. And if anyone then gets through this final... This is not where I want to be making my... Well, it would be where I'm making a final stand, but it's not where I want to make my main stand. I want to be over there somewhere, because if I'm fighting all here and a kobold slips around this corner, it's straight into the rift, and we lose our 5-star rating. So, it's not really enough to just block these two and stand here. So the best thing to do would probably be to at least block this. So I know now that everyone is going to be coming through here. And really that might be the best thing to do, to just stand at this doorway, which is the same issues. It's no ceiling traps, only one wall trap. But with sufficient money that I could save up throughout the level, you can kind of maze these guys around a little bit. And are we only dealing with one door? No. See, that's the other thing. We've got a door here. So people are coming along here, turning left and right. Fortunately, those turning right will immediately turn left. So everyone is going to be coming through this door, but it's bad. So wall blades, you have a radius of about 1 tile. And it means that, again, anyone coming through this area is going to set off a wall blade, and they do serious damage.
Yeah.
They have a limited range, but
Did you
high
ever
damage.
watch any of the classic Doctor Who marathons that Twitch used to do? I wish they would bring them back.
I didn't, but I'm aware that they happened. I think when one of them happened, oh yikes, one of them happened when I was working at the Oxcast offices with Vidiots, and there's a guy there who's a big Whovian, and they were, I think they actually hosted a little event there, and he was part of the watch along, and that might have been for something different, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was like for an anniversary or something of Doctor Who, or it was when they all got added onto some service. All the episodes got added onto something. I don't know if it was like when iPlayer added a load of them, or when BritBox came out, or something like that. But or did Twitch temporarily have some weird deal where they were actually hosting Doctor Who episodes? I don't know, but it was part of that whole thing, and. Yeah, that was cool.
This'll be fun.
Okay. Yeah, maybe for now. Oh man, I don't know how I feel about this, because again, if anyone slips through here, it's anyone's guess which of these doors they're going for. Seemingly none of them will be coming for this door. Oh yeah, they will. So that's not great. I think I can place barricades on here. I can't place... Oh, I can place... Okay, I think in later games you can't, but... Okay, that's good, because if I save up enough money, I could barricade this whole, all the way along there. Much to think about.
Some new decorations.
I think we'll do this for now, and we'll use the old wind belt and the combo of wind belt and crossbow and just hope for the best. I don't know. I'm not sure. They're on the bridge. Headshots, baby. No, I said headshots. That's it. Headshots, baby. I think he'll tell me when they're on the stairs, but I'll... Oh, they've only come through this way, actually, so that's good. See, some of them went the other way, but fortunately they were about to meet a barricade, so... There we go. Headshots. That's the way to do it. So you can put some wall traps on here. So really, I could do a little bit of a maze. I won't be able to afford it all yet, but if I put a barricade there and a barricade there, then everyone will have to walk all the way around here. And I can have, you know, I mean, I don't have any real floor traps, but place some arrows on the wall, and it'll be good. It'll. I have a vision. Yeah. Oh, the wall blades, they're so good. It's Staniac. How's it going? I feel like I've not seen that name in a little while. 34 months. Oh, look at those wall blades. Oh, they're so good, aren't they? Thank you for subscribing. Evening all. And 100 bits, 100 more bits from Rob there as well. No message, just bits. Thank you very much, Rob. Hello. Have we got some people? What? Oh, okay. Sometimes if the game gets a bit confused, it will just... If a body is behaving strangely, it will just delete the body after a while. Or if someone gets stuck, it will, yeah, it'll just sort of get rid of them. Actually, I don't really like the way... I should have left that how it was, but anyway, never mind. I'm going to put one there, and then everyone will have to come through here, which will be good. Oh, I do like those wall blades a lot. They're so strong. Winning. Oh, wow. That's a... Oh, I'm by winning. That's a Charlie Sheen reference. That dates this game, doesn't it? Okay, so then one there. So everyone is heading this way. I might get rid of that for now. And put it there. Because everyone's going to be walking past it. I can put arrows on either side. Maybe a bit of tar here to slow everyone down. Yeah, that's great. That's a nice little... We're doing something here. Well, the question is that enough tile space for people to get through? If you block off...
What is your favourite Doctor Who episode?
Oh, that's a question, Rob. That's a question. If you block off too much of an area... I mean, orcs will be able to get through here, no problem. But if we've got ogres on this level, and I don't actually know if we do... I didn't even see what we were up against. Then an ogre will start smashing up your barricades. And they won't discriminate either. Sometimes they'll start smashing up one, and they'll destroy it. But then they'll carry on, even if they've made themselves a space at that point. Thank you, Rick Drinks Beer, for subscribing via Prime for 17 months. I want to stand out of the way because the crossbowmen are shooting that barricade there just inadvertently. So I just want to be careful with what I'm doing. Can I reach? Yes, I can. Rob, that's a good question. I've got a couple of answers there. My favourite New Who episode, I think, is probably Midnight. Which is funny because that episode was kind of... I think it was designed a bit last minute. Oops. Almost for budgetary reasons. They were like, we need to come up with an episode that's just basically set all in one location. There's no... complicated prosthetics or CGI required, but it's like the Jaws effect, you know. It's Spielberg couldn't show Jaws that much because it was expensive and the robot wasn't very good, and everyone talks about how, you know, Jaws is an absolute triumph of cinema because of the tension and the you know the looming threat that you don't really get to see. And Midnight is an amazing episode of Doctor Who. For those who don't remember, Midnight is a David Tennant episode where he's on a bus. He's on a space bus. But it's not a space bus. It's a regular bus with wheels, but it's on a planet. And it's in this completely inhospitable planet that if anyone stepped outside, they would instantly be dead. There's no life. It's this planet made of diamond. It's very beautiful, but very, very dangerous. And people go there to like a spa, and they go like on tourist trips inside these buses and special protective buildings and stuff. And then the bus breaks down, and just as they're lowering this shield over the windows and blocking off the windows, the driver like sees something outside. He says there was something there. And they were like, what do you mean? It can't have been. It was like looked like a person. It was like sprinting at the bus. It's like, what? What do you mean? What? And then it like gets into the bus, but not physically. It possesses this woman, and she's like copying everything that everyone is saying. She's repeating it all. And then she starts speaking at exactly the same time as everyone as they're speaking, and it's like, what? That's impossible. How can you do that? And then she starts speaking before the Doctor does with what he's saying, and it's so tense. And actually, the villains in that episode are as much. It's not just this like creepy entity, but like everyone's so claustrophobic and paranoid and scared that these humans are all just turn on each other, and they want to like chuck the Doctor out in the radiation, and the score is really good, and it's so tense and scary, and it's very good. So that's one of my favourite New Who episodes. There are many more, particularly from the Russell T Davies era. I also quite like Day of the Doctor, but only because of the big set piece at the end, where they fix things, being spoiler free. They fix the issue. I thought that was a great moment. That's one of my favourite moments. It's not my favourite episode. Hello. Favourite old Doctor Who story is probably Genesis of the Daleks with Tom Baker. Some really good moments in that. That's one of the reasons I didn't like the finale of... other people have made this observation today and yesterday, but one of the reasons I didn't like the finale yesterday is, again, being spoiler-free. The way that the Doctor dealt with... multiple alien threats in that episode was completely... It just like did away with like moral quandaries explored in Genesis of the Daleks and other Doctor Who episodes since then. New Who has dealt with that as well. War crimes and things, you know? There's some really interesting ethical debates that have been had within Doctor Who, and then it was just like something happened in that finale that was like, oh, okay, yeah, fine, all right then, no problem. If you wish, you do you, Doctor. These Warblades are just absolutely tearing them up, aren't they? I didn't like Who after Russell T Davies era. I mean, me neither, mostly. It certainly went downhill after that. I thought Stephen Moffat... At the time, I didn't really like what he was doing. When I've gone back and watched it, I've seen... There are bits of it that I like, you know. He's not all bad. Oh, this ogre's very confused. Oh, he's got to run all the way over there now because he's a bit mixed up. Can I drop that on his head? Oh no, I missed him. He's nearly dead, actually. There we go. Let's get some fire up in here.
This'll be fun. A little present for you.
We're on 8 out of 9. Okay, that's fine. Too many rush plot holes and Deus Ex Machina endings. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Particularly in the recent series. And, oh, yeah, I don't know. Just so little payoff. That's what yesterday was, just so little payoff. This ogre's getting through. There we go. Coin. Got a fair bit of money, but I don't really have the space to place stuff. I want to sell that. I'll show you why in a minute. Got a guy over here who's got a bit confused. There you go. Sell these so that I can, in fact I might sell that, turn that into tar, and then I want this to be fire, and that's going to flame everyone stepping through here because it can shoot over the top of the barricade. Same with this. It's going to do a similar thing, and then again, because a lot of people just kind of fannying around in this area, which I'm not enjoying. People to hurry up and get into those wall blades. You know, I love the Moffat era. RTD was okay, but way too rose focused for my liking. I mean, that's a fair observation. I'm not against that. Yeah. I mean, I liked Rose and I liked what he did, but I can totally appreciate that some people wouldn't. And yeah, I do think the Moffat era has aged better, or it's matured with age. Whoops. I like it more now than I used to. I think I found the Impossible Astronaut a bit confusing at the time. Just all the whole silence thing, and when I first watched that, I was like, I see what's happening here, but would anyone really ever come up with this as a plot? I don't mean as a writer. Would a writer come up with that plot? I mean, would an evil villain come up with this as their nefarious scheme? And yeah, maybe they would. I don't know. And yeah, on further viewings, I think it works better. But these ogres I'm finding when I'm stunning them. Oh no! I don't think I got the par time. He's not doing the dance. Blip, 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 blip. Oh man, that's a shame. We're at 9:21, so that's probably going to be the end of the stream. But let me just... Oh, we've got double music. I just want to see how much I missed out on par time. 1 minute and 4 seconds. It was a 13-minute par, and I got 14:04. And that can be the issue when you're... Hang on, let me shut this game up. That can be the issue when you're pathing people like that in maybe an unintended way. They end up kind of taking too long, and you know, they were running back and forth. Some of them were getting to the trap area, and if they were being stunned or kind of knocked down or something, once they stood up again, they were having another attempt at going the other way, you know, down the other corridor to see if they could get through the barricades. And it's like, no, you've already tried that. You should be coming through. The pathing improves with later games, but yeah. Sometimes you do have issues like that with the earlier game, but that's all right. I mean, for the most part, it's a very, very good game. Aged very well, visually and gameplay-wise. I'm still really enjoying myself. I'm noticing things that I know are coming later on in the series that I kind of miss having in this game. Yeah. But
thank you for the stream, TP. This was a lot of fun. Looking forward to the art stream next week. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you, Stephen, for the few 100 bits there. yeah, the way that you upgrade traps in Orcs Must Die 1 is kind of a basic. You unlock traps one by one as you go through a level, through the levels, level to level. You get a new trap each time, and then you can just you can upgrade each one. It just ding, it gets some kind of extra benefit. With certainly Orcs Must Die 3, and I think Orcs Must Die 2 as well, but it's been a while since I played that one. It's almost it's not quite an RPG element, you wouldn't call it. It's you make decisions. For example, you might have the spike trap. You could have the choice of upgrading it so that it does bleed damage on your enemies, or you can upgrade it so that it will slow them down more or have a slowing effect. So you then have choices of like different upgrades and stuff. There are sometimes multiple upgrades you can do for things, so you can like really do extra levels and more and more and more, so you can really build like your own set of traps and feel a bit more like you've got your own kind of personalized kind of collection of tools and things. So that's all very good. And then on top of that, you unlock more characters to play with throughout the series, Orcs Must Die 2 and 3. Generally just more abilities and traps too. And you can refund all of your skulls that you've spent on unlocking traps and upgrading them. You can say, refund everything. I want to like build a new. I want to like make myself a new build now. I'm gonna I'm not gonna use those traps anymore. I'm gonna start really focusing on doing this. So you can get a full refund on everything and start like doing different builds and stuff, which is kind of fun. You can do that anytime. So there are things that I'm noticing are lacking in Orcs Must Die 1, but only because I've gone on and played the further games. So I would hugely recommend this series. I've not been asked to say that. I just really like it, and I think even if you're not into tower defense games, because I've not really played any of the tower defense games particularly that I can think of. If it's not a MOBA, yes, you've got lanes to defend and you've got waves of enemies, but it's not complicated. There's not a whole row along the bottom of all your different like buffs and abilities. Well, there is actually. They're called your traps. There is a row of icons at the bottom of the screen, to be fair. But it's not. I don't like MOBAs. I find them complicated. I don't like cooperating with other people who might be arseholes. There is an Orcs Must Die MOBA, what is effectively a MOBA. It's called Orcs Must Die Unchained. I didn't touch it with a barge pole because I thought, hey, that's a MOBA. I don't like them. But Orcs Must Die 1, 2, and 3 are all third-person action tower defense games, and they're all brilliant. I love the art style. For the most part, I like the sense of humour. Some of it's a bit just silly and cheesy and kind of lame jokes, and not in a funny, groany kind of way, just like, oh, okay, right, fine. But for the most part, it's a really fun experience. And there's a story, there's a narrative that goes across, and there are characters that you can actually get invested into, and give it a go. It's probably pretty cheap on Steam, I think. Certainly, I bet the first one is. Maybe the most recent one is not, because it only came out on Steam this year. But at least that's an active game at the moment. There's DLC being released. Just released a DLC that's like snow, ice themed, with all these frozen cyclopses attacking you. And I've not played it yet, but I will do. I'll be giving it a go. I'm assuming it's not free, but it might be free DLC. I think in the past their DLC has been paid, which I don't mind. It's normally quite good. Sometimes they're a bit small, but they're of good quality. Orcs Must Die 2 is actually a very good game, and it has an endless mode. Yeah, I'll probably play that at some point. If not on stream, then in my own time. It's a game you can go back to and really enjoy. The endless mode and stuff. So, what on earth is a MOBA, says Boring Loner. A MOBA is a multiplayer online battle arena. It's things like League of Legends, Heroes of New Earth. What are other MOBAs? There are a bunch of them, and I can't think of MOBA games. MOBA games. Yeah, LOL, Dota, yeah, that's one. Smite is one as well. Heroes of the Storm. Do I mean Heroes of New Earth? I might mean Heroes of the Storm. Yeah, Heroes of New Earth is one too. They're games where they're like hero not shooters, but they're like hero games where you pick different heroes, but it's like a top-down. A lot of them, they stem kind of originally from from Warcraft 3. There was like a mod that became, what did that become? League of Legends, or did it become Dota, or I can't remember. I don't know. I'm not interested. I don't like them. They usually have pretty toxic communities for one thing, and they're just very. There's a lot of micro in there. You know, there's like real intense like meta management of like, oh, that gives you a plus 0.5% buff to that, and oh, wear those boots of dexterity +3 but -2 intelligence. Like, oh, shut up, please. Makes me feel sick. No, that's a bit dramatic. I'm fine. But yes, that's them over. I don't like them. So that was a little bit of Orcs Must Die 1. For the rest of December, I will not be playing video games on stream. I will be streaming on Mondays in the usual time, 5 p.m. Next week, I'll be doing some art. Probably do Christmas-themed art, why not? So get yourselves prepped for that. Hashtag TJ Art if you want anything added to the gallery for next time. So that's next week. I've still not got the movies working. I'm kind of out of ideas. I'm really disappointed about it, but maybe I'll just have to come up with some other way of telling Waddles and Grombot stories. I've tried System Restore. I don't know why it won't work anymore. It was difficult to get working in the first place. I admit that, but then I got it working and it was great. I was really pleased. And then I updated my computer. I didn't even choose to, but Windows did an update and now it doesn't work anymore. And I've tried reinstalling it, and oh, it's a nightmare. So I'm a bit sad about it actually, but never mind. So that's what's happening next Monday, and the Monday after will be my last stream before Christmas, and we're all going to gather round together, snuggle up warm, and we're going to watch what I am now 99% sure is going to be the BBC 1980s adaptation of The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. It is everything we want from our annual Christmas viewing. We watched The Box of Delights last year, and The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe ticks all of those boxes. It's got a complete lack of CGI. Instead, it's hand-drawn stuff that's just been overlaid onto live action. That's wonderful. It's got that weird sort of electronic soundtrack that a lot of TV had in the 70s and 80s because they'd suddenly discovered, hey, we could do all these soundtracks just using a computer, and they went absolutely mad for it. And it's got very well-spoken children saying things like golly and oh gosh. So it's going to be wonderful. We're going to have a great time. That's going to be 3 hours long because there's 6 episodes. So buckle in for a slightly longer stream in 2 weeks' time. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. December should be great. Synths. Yes, Edu. So many synths. It's going to be wonderful. Right, there we go. Thank you everyone for being with me today. Thank you mods for modding. And I guess I will catch you all on Thursday for the joint Blaze It stream, where we'll play a bit of Trine. Oh, hello Shmeezy, by the way, if you're still here. You said howdy Pete, and it was a first-time chat, and I missed it. Apologies for that. We don't get sound alerts for first-time chatters, and maybe it would be nice to have them so I don't miss one. And thank you, Stephen, for the 100 bits as well. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I swear Emma's slumped further down. Yeah, I think she has. I think she's really just nodded off there. God bless her. Fantastic. Well, good. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Mondays. And I will see you live on Thursday. And before then, I'll see you, doing lists on the channel and stuff, as I tend to do. There'll be an Ashton list out already as well on the channel, so go check that out as well. There you go. Trialing Badger's put it in the chat. Thank you, Trialing Badger. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone. I need to press the button now. I'm bad at doing the outros. I do them forever, and then the stream never ends. Should we just sit here for? I wonder how many people are still watching. just sit here for a bit and can't do the outros. The stream just carries on. Just carries on going. I don't stop the stream. I just ramble forever, says LeBron. I mean, I'm not even rambling now. I'm just sitting in silence, but. Right, that's the end of the stream. Thanks, everyone. Bye.